Yeah, so here we are, guys. Once again, we are back. Welcome, man. Heat Speakers back in action. Hope you guys all had a great New Year's Eve. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Year.
Happy New Year.
We got
Great
ourselves
show.
a guest today. Kicking off the new year right with the first guest of the podcast.
First guest of the year.
That's right.
And it's a good friend and it's a great guy. His name is Erick Sandoval.
Hello,
He is owner of a Herbalife store called Step Up right there on Palm and Bullard. And I've been going there for about 2 years, and it's a lot of benefits to the products they use. And Erick's here to to educate us, let us know a little bit about his business and the benefits of the product. But trust me, I've had a lot of it's done wonders for me over the last couple of years. Not only weight loss, but health benefits for the product and the drinks and all that good stuff. So welcome to the show, Erick, man.
Thanks.
Good to have you, man.
Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
This is first time for me. I've never done this, so we'll see how this goes. So
yeah. We're just laid back. You're in the hot seat. We're gonna ask some hot questions. And
okay.
It may be your first time doing the podcast, but you've had years of entrepreneurship, and that's really the information we're looking forward to today, man.
Yeah, I've actually 20 years. Actually, I started doing this business.
Man,
21 now. That's crazy to think. Yes, actually, January 2nd is when I signed up. So it's been January.
Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Happy
I didn't even realize that it is my anniversary.
time flies, man.
That's part of being an entrepreneur. You just keep your head down and keep grinding. Don't even realize that you hit year 21. And
that's crazy.
Right.
Just keep on rolling.
Beautiful. So what got you started in the business, man? And
how did I get started as an Herbalife distributor? Actually, I had the fortunate to study. I got my college degree. I studied out in Hawaii for 5 years, moved back home with a marketing degree and international business degree, thinking I was just going to go get a corporate job. I think just like any grad student thinks, because I got a title, paper that things are just going to be set. Well, fast forward 6 months later, I'm still unemployed. Financial aid starts sending out their beautiful letters. I ended up picking up a construction job because my brother at that time was working a construction job. He gave me a job there. I was very glad to have a job, make some money.
Yeah.
But, within a short time, I realized, manual labor was not what I wanted to do. I was thankful for working, but my parents at that time were actually already doing Herbalife. They were already doing the business, doing tremendously well. I myself didn't think I was going to do the business. But I thank God every day that I actually got that construction job because I realized how hard it is to make good money. Obviously there's opportunities, but sometimes, opportunities can be right in front of you. You just don't see it.
Very true.
Yeah, I was actually just about to touch on that. That's interesting. You said that your family was already doing the business, and you kind of were already looking to go a different route.
Yeah.
And then some people have no idea what it is, and they can't get over the hump, and they just want to always see themselves as a boss, even though they have nobody, in front of them. So that's interesting how that happened.
Yeah, no, and it did. And, I worked construction 6 months, woke up every day. I just, first 3 months I was happy. Honestly, I was happy. I was making good, I was making money.
Right.
Finally, having some money in your pocket. But, the next 3 months, it was a nightmare,
Yeah. What was the worst part of that, though, that experience? Just
honestly, the worst part of when I was doing construction, it wasn't the physical labor itself.
Mm-hmm.
It was the people that I was working with. It was the same 7 people, very negative, always complaining. There was, I want to keep my language clean, but it was just the way that they spoke. I was 26 years old at the time. I was getting going in my life. And here were these guys that were just, stuck in a job.
Yeah.
Stuck in a job and really not looking to do anything else. And, and like, I just started seeing, I'm like, is this what my future is going to be?
Yeah.
That's when I decided to, get in contact with the person that sponsored my parents. I called him up, said, hey, man, I'm thinking about doing Herbalife. And I'm not going to go through the whole story because it's quite long, but he mentored me. I think that's one of the things that I always advise people.
sure.
You need to let yourself be taught. I was a college athlete. I have always known that coaching wins championships, and I took this business on with the same mentality. I needed to learn. I started going to trainings, classes, seminars, whatever you want to call it. And I started seeing people that had way more success that I can even imagine, but with a much less skills that I possess at that time. And that really opened my eyes. You know, how there were these people that could barely read and write and were making 6-figure incomes. And I was like, what the heck?
Like, what are you doing wrong, right?
Yeah, no, seriously, you know, and
You're like,
that's how,
I
you
didn't
know,
get this roadmap. What's going on here?
yeah, so
What
that's,
route are they on? Yeah.
no, and you know, so I just did that, and um within 4 months I went full time.
Okay.
I know I was talking to you earlier about this.
Right.
I think one of the hardest things about being an entrepreneur is going from the employee mindset, you know, and having a job, you go and you show up and they tell you what to do. You don't have to think about it. You just have to do the task.
Clock in, clock out.
Clock
That's it.
in, clock out. And then when you become an entrepreneur, and now it's you're the one that's got to figure out what to do. You're the one that's got to figure out how to do it, and you're the one that's got to figure out the process of it.
Right.
So
And
you know,
you work a lot more hours too as an entrepreneur, I'm sure.
you know, the funny thing was the first 6 months when I went full time, all of a sudden I had all this time.
Oh wow.
And I see that a lot with a lot of people sometimes, you know, because all of a sudden, you know, when you're doing since I worked a job for 8 hours and then I started doing this, you know, after work, I really just was really focused on doing what I needed to do. Right. And all of a sudden I didn't have that job. I had all this day to do whatever I wanted to do.
Sure.
And I was doing nothing. I was being more productive part-time.
Yeah.
And I was full-time. And it took me a while. It took me a while to figure out that I needed to really figure out what I needed to do every day. You know,
really time block that day out.
Yeah.
You
be
be
disciplined with your
be
time.
disciplined,
And
move with a
it's-
purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And it's, you know, for me, it took me a while. You know, I started reading some books. One of the books that I always recommend, I don't know if it's still relevant. I'm sure it is, but it's, you know, called their First Year Network Marketing.
Oh wow.
Okay. Never
It
heard of
just
that.
it
Okay.
went chapter by chapter as far as, you know, how to structure your life, basically, you know.
Okay.
So 'cause-
How long did it take you from when you initially became an entrepreneur, work for yourself, to where you kind of was being productive? Like you got the hang of the business, things were kind of clicking more, and you know, did it take you years? Are we talking months?
one of the things that I think kept me around and made me successful, because I do consider myself to be successful nowadays, because
Sure.
I think one of the things when somebody tries a new venture is that you're in survival mode.
Yeah.
Right. You're just trying to survive. You're trying to just make ends meet. And, you know, and from survival, you go to being successful, and then, you know, it leads on to the next step, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But how long did it take me? I don't know how long it took me, but what I did do correct is that I stayed attached. I stayed connected. I stayed the course. I kept going to trainings, you know, and I think that's one of the most important things. And for me, I studied business, and every business is exactly the same. Either you're selling a product or you're selling a service.
Right. Right. That's it.
That's it.
Mhm.
Right. And you got to get passionate about what it is that you're doing. I was passionate about the products. I had been taking the products for 8 years as a client, so I knew they worked. I just didn't know how to take that to the marketplace.
Gotcha.
So that's really, that was for me, that was a key to being to becoming successful, was just going to the trainings even when I didn't want to go.
Now,
Yeah.
was that you doing that, or was it this mentor that was like, "Hey, man, I haven't seen you at any of these trainings. What's going on?" Or was that
both.
all you, or a little bit of mixture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you definitely need that get up and go on your own mentality if you're going to be running your own business, man.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm still learning now. I switched from, you know, my W-2 job 2.5 years ago, and I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm barely mapping out my day to day, man, because I'm survival mode. You nailed it. You know, I was just like chasing the next deal. I was all over the place. I had no time block, and I'm barely starting to do that now. You know, so
Time blocking is
time blocking
very
is essential.
essential.
It is essential,
It's
man.
so high on the priority. It's like, because again, you know, when you get busy, you know, a lot of things you can forget or overlook. That's why it's good to have a calendar or have a daily schedule to like, okay,
I
tomorrow I got
still
this appointment at 2, this appointment at 4.
I still work with an agenda, a paper agenda. You know, I tried the
Well-
digital last year. No, it doesn't work for me. Man.
Hey,
I need it. I no, I trust me. I tried
Tried it all.
Well,
I'm still a paper guy. I need to, you know,
Yeah.
I have an agenda and I.
I'm gonna
still look
plug
at it.
this app. You know, they're not paying me, but hey, Tick Tick, look out for me. You know, give me a
Okay,
check for
paid
this.
sponsor.
So it's called Tick Tick,
Okay.
and it's
Tick
an
Tick.
app to where it's like a daily planner. So every day, as you can see,
Okay.
have everything like today. This is now, mind you, everything on this list I don't have to do, but sometimes there's just reminders of things to do
I'll
later
check
when I
that
get
out.
home.
Tick,
That
tick.
way, I'm always referring back because so much happens in our day, right? As business, you know, owners and entrepreneurs, that at least for me, that I have to. I forget. My memory is not the best all the
Yeah.
time, so I count on my
Yeah.
handy app to remind me. I'm always looking at it like, oh, okay, I got to do this at 2. I
Yeah.
got to do this at 3. I got to do this. Okay.
Still to this day, I mean, I don't think, you know, you never get good at it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm still, like I said, 20 plus years in, and I'm
But it-
still.
It works. You're
works.
successful, so
It
hey,
works,
you're
yeah.
doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the health benefits of the product because I think that's very important because I know I love it. You know, the teas, I drink a tea or a shake every morning. I mean,
Right.
it's so much jam packed with vitamins. I mean, let's talk about that, like the health benefits. Why would a person want to start even using the products?
So, why did I start taking Herbalife?
Yeah.
You know, it came to my house. My mom was the one that got on the product. She
Mhm.
got great results. That's how I got exposed to it.
Results like, what are we saying?
She ended
Weight
up losing
loss
12
or-
pounds.
Oh,
Went
wow.
from a size 9 to a size 4. You know, which I was really happy about. But also what I noticed was her health benefits. She had sinus problems, she had headaches constantly, and all of a sudden those were gone. That's really what led me into taking a look at really what Herbalife is and what it is. It's a nutritional product.
Mhm.
At that time, you know, I was 19 years old and I thought it was a weight loss product because that's how my mom got presented the products.
Sure.
You know, fast forward a couple months later, I started taking the products. I felt the energy. I used to drink a lot of soda.
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah.
used to drink a lot of soda, and you know, I got on the products, and my results were I don't want to say they were crazy, but I ended up losing 14 pounds my first 30 days.
Oh, that's
Wow.
great, man.
Just from switching drinks, from
Yeah.
switching drinking all that. I realize now is just drinking so much sugar in the
Sugar, yeah.
sodas, right? I realize that
So
now.
they're not. This is not sugar in the drinks that you have.
No, the Herbalife. I mean, you know, yeah, there does. Some products do have what's
Mhm.
called fructose, which is, you know, sweetener. But you know, I got on the drinks, I got on the shakes, multivitamins, and you know, I've always taken the products, you know, but
Right.
for the first 8 years,
Uh-huh.
I was a consumer. I
Mhm.
wasn't looking to distribute. I wasn't looking to sell.
Oh, got it.
You know, that came afterwards, you know, like what I just shared my story after I graduated college. But
Mhm.
you know, Herbalife's been around for what, 42 years, 95 countries.
Yeah.
You know, they're the #1 nutritional company in the world. Actually, we were just going through some facts, you know, and the next company that's closest to Herbalife, you know, Herbalife would have to be broken apart 4 times,
Okay.
right, in order for the next company to
be the
be
same size?
same size.
Really?
Wow.
So really, Herbalife would
Who
be
is their
1, 2, 3,
competitor?
4,
Like,
5.
I don't even know. Just
Um,
name one. I mean, we don't have to plug them.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. There's no competitors.
No, you know,
There's
I
just-
mean, obviously there's a lot more products now in the market,
Sure.
and I think that's great. I think people are getting more conscious about their nutrition, and I think that's great.
Mhm.
You know, so
I was going to ask, what would you say to people to what would be a reason for someone to start even trying the product? Is it just, you know, just trying to be healthy overall, long term? For
what would be a reason to start you know what? I think it varies because I get people that are looking to lose weight.
Yeah.
My whole thing, why I fell in love with the products was the simplicity of it.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not a nutritionist. I don't claim to still be a nutritionist. I am a wellness coach. I do
Mhm.
coach people, but it was just such a simple thing. You know, the Formula One, which is you know, the flagship of Herbalife, you
Mhm.
know, it's actually considered a healthy meal. It's you know, it's a canister. It has your proteins, your vitamins, your minerals, your fiber.
Yeah.
So it makes it very simple to get good nourishment in a very simple, fast way.
And this is a meal?
Yeah, it's actually
Okay.
considered a meal.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, you
So
know?
is that the shake I drink?
That's the shake that you
Oh,
drink.
and they're
Consists
so
of- yeah.
good. Like,
So
oh, you never had one, huh, Mike?
No, I've never.
I told you, man,
To
we
be
got.
honest, I don't really know too
I
many
don't know what
products
you know
either.
Yeah.
Monday
So
and
you
tomorrow
gotta
we're
come
gonna go.
by.
I gotta
Yeah,
come by.
you
Yeah,
gotta
so,
talk.
yeah,
So
we
the
have
shakes
a-
are. Let me just tell them what the shakes are, because people don't. I don't want to underestimate it. The shakes are amazing because for one, like when I first ordered mine, the thing was, what type of ice cream do you like? What's your favorite ice cream? So whatever ice cream you like, they can make the shake exactly like that. It tastes very similar, but it's so healthy for you, which is kind of crazy to
Yeah.
believe, because you're drinking this and it feels like
Mm.
a milkshake, or even better, really good, but at the same time, there's a lot of health benefits to it. So
Yeah.
you can-
And at the shop, I mean, I would just use water and ice, and just the powder. I mean, it's very low in calories, which I think is the
Mhm.
best thing to do, but very high in nourishment. But why should people get on a nutritional program, whether that be Herbalife or something else? Is the food nowadays doesn't have the same nutritional value that it did 50
Mhm.
years ago,
Very
and
true.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
Very
That's a
true.
fact. So it's, doctors always say you're either going to take a nutritional supplement or you're going to take medication.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which side of the fence you want to be
Yeah.
on?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you can take something that's preventative, or you're going to take something that's, to try to control.
Yeah.
And it's sad to say, but that's the reality that we
That
live
is
in
the
now.
reality,
I
yeah.
mean, just the food does not contain the same nutritional value that it did
Mm.
50 years ago. So you're going to have to supplement. Some people don't understand. I didn't understand before Herbalife the importance of vitamins and or this other stuff, to keep. I mean, I'm 48 years old today, and
Birthdays?
no, not today. I'm
Oh,
of
well, happy
age.
birthday.
June's my birthday.
June.
Okay.
But
okay.
I still enjoy the product because I'm very active. I like working out. I like cycling quite a bit.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna bring that. Yeah, you said that earlier. You
yeah,
normally
so
cycle. Yeah.
I still use these products specifically for that, to be able to stay active and
Yeah.
be able to recover a lot faster. Because I know if I just ate regular food,
Yeah.
I would
Be
not be
hurting.
able to afford it. I
Now,
really
can-
would not be able to afford.
There's a lot of people out there who just will not exercise, hate exercise, or will not want to go to the gym. But now, if they were to use your products, will they be able to get similar effects, like weight loss effects,
Yeah,
without
I mean,
having to go to the gym all the time? Or
I get questions all the time, like, what do I need to do lose weight? And the simple answer is this. I mean, like, do you have to stop drinking soda? No. Do you have to stop eating pizza? No. Do you have to stop doing this, doing that? No. The way you lose weight is by bringing in less calories.
Right.
Mhm.
Calorie deficit. Right?
Calorie deficit. But a lot of, and I tell my clients this all the time, and like, if you're eating this much food and all of a sudden you cut out your food, what a lot of people don't understand is, like, in this much food, maybe you're getting that much nutrition. So when you cut back, you also cut back your nutrition. So the reason the Herbalife products work so well is that because you're getting your full nutritional value while keeping the calories
and
down.
keeping it down, man.
Mm.
It's quick.
So
easy,
it's
yeah, it
simple.
helps.
It's very, very simple. Obviously, if you exercise, if you do a little activity,
Faster results.
faster results. But at
Sure.
the end of the day, it's about staying healthy. It's about keeping your body fat at a reasonable, healthy range,
Sure.
right? And that's what for me, that's what Herbalife is really all about.
It sounds like a good first step too. I mean, if getting up and if you're not normally active or exercising or playing any sports or anything like that, it's tough to just get up and start doing it. You know, maybe your body won't even allow you to. So Herbalife sounds like a good place to start, to maybe, okay, let's take control of our diet first, lose a little bit of weight, build those energy levels up with these vitamins, and just make our body stronger to the point where maybe I don't feel too tired to go
I
hit
always
the treadmill. Maybe I
I
don't
always ask
feel.
people the same
It's a
question,
good
like,
place to start.
Yeah.
like,
for
I
sure.
always ask people, like, what do you have for breakfast? Most of the time, what do people say? Nothing.
Nothing.
You
skip
know,
it.
yeah,
That's
they
like my
skip it.
favorite
You
meal
know,
of the
or
day. I have
they
to have it.
or drink
Yeah,
coffee.
I'll be grouchy, man.
It's like, but I always tell people, it's like kind of getting into a car and driving to San Francisco on an empty gas tank. It's not. You're trying to make your body do something without you fueling it up.
Right.
Makes sense.
So
yeah.
anyways, we can stay on this topic forever. I'm very passionate about this, but
But it's good.
like I said, it's if you guys ever want to come try it, come by.
I'm gonna have
Step
to go
up.
by the shop.
We actually have 11 shops
You see
here in
me almost every
Fresno.
day,
So yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
regular. Did you? I was going to
Yeah.
ask something, but go ahead.
Yeah, hey, you know what, Eric? Real quick, man. You Herbalife, you said 42 years, right? It's been
Right.
Have they ever gone a direction? And again, I don't know any of the products, but have they ever gone a direction that maybe you didn't maybe agree with, or come out with a product that was like, not as beneficial or tried to,
Yeah, I don't think any company is a perfect company.
Right.
I don't believe that exists.
Mhm.
I mean, Herbalife does have a gamut of products. I
Gotcha.
mean, men, women, children, skincare, anti-aging, immune essential. So, there's so many products. There
Mhm.
really is a lot of products.
Okay.
Do I use them all? No. I'll be lying to you if I use them all. Well, I do use what's called the core products, the nutrition itself, and I do
Mhm.
use, you know, um, products for my immune system
Mhm.
for sure, especially right now that it's winter time. But have they ever gone in a direction that I don't agree with? If they have, the nice thing about Herbalife is that, there's the corporate side and then there's the distributor side. I just distribute the products, right?
So you don't have to necessarily.
No,
Gotcha.
I don't have to worry about that stuff. If there's a product that they come out with, yeah, the Herbalife brought out some products that I'm like, ew,
Yeah. Yeah.
or,
That's honest,
or I'm
man.
not gonna,
This heat
like,
speakers. We're speaking.
yeah,
Man, just be honest.
So what I do
Straight
is
up
like,
there.
it's like anything else. You're gonna promote what you're passionate
Right.
about.
Right.
You
What you believe in.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
100%.
and you,
Yeah.
One of the episodes we had on here, we were talking about real estate, since, he's an agent, I'm a lender. But we like to talk everything, entrepreneurship, business, investing, everything.
right.
But on one of our episodes, we were talking about some of the loan products that were coming out. And, I was dogging them myself. I'm like, no, that's not smart. It's not a smart, so it's that kind of honesty that I think the viewers, really appreciate.
Yeah.
So,
Being straight
but
up.
yeah, man, it really does. It sounds like I need to go to that shop. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like. I need
Man,
to-
we're
I need to get
overdue.
in that shop.
Let's meet up maybe Monday.
You know what the weirdest part is, Eric, is I've known Rich for a long time, and he's saying he goes every day, and I've never
He
got that
does-
invite,
he-
man.
He does.
I've
go
never got
every
that
day.
invite.
Come
Eric.
on
What do you think
now,
about
bro.
that?
What?
I've never got that invite, Eric. I don't know about
So
this.
I thought
Yeah, the
you
funny
didn't
thing is,
realize
like,
there's-
I have-
I've told you many times. The only thing I probably haven't
He's
done
true.
is say, "Hey, I'm on the way now.
True.
Can you meet me?" But I had brought it up. I said, "Hey,
I
man,
know.
meet me there anytime. Let's
I
go.
know.
This is where it is. I'm there every morning." But yeah, once it's good stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's my coffee right now. Like the tea.
That's your morning
It's
routine.
really my coffee.
Morning
Like
routine. Bro.
yeah, the first thing in the morning. I mean, I drop my son off. I'm at Step Up with meeting Eric or whoever's there, getting my tea. Sometimes get a shake, but that's how I get my morning going. Then from there, that tea energizes me so good. Like I feel great at it. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm flying. The day
It's
is,
different. I mean,
yeah.
I like coffee. I drink
hits
coffee once in
different.
a while, but it's so different because, I mean, it's just very high in antioxidants. It activates your metabolism, right? So it gets you going without giving you all the jitters and stuff like that. It's not loaded with caffeine,
No.
It's just I always tell people you're just gonna feel mentally awake. That's really what it does.
That's a great
Gotcha.
thing. I kind of want to shift just a little bit back to the business side of it. So you established the shop where you are. What year was this?
So the nutritional club model is what it's called. That I actually started that when I moved here to Fresno in 2007. Out of
2007.
at that time it was all residential.
And you were the first Herbalife owner here, or no? There were
No, there was already
Okay.
distributors here.
Gotcha.
We're not, you're just free to work however you want to work. You market the products, you market yourself, you
Mhm.
go out and get clients. We don't have like territories. Nobody does.
Sure.
Everybody gets to do. I think that's one of the best things about the way the Herbalife is laid out. Everybody can do the business however they want, as long as you work within the ethics, obviously. But I started doing nutritional clubs in 2007. I started doing the business in 2001, right?
Oh,
Just
wow.
out of the trunk of my car, seeing people at their houses, or I would meet them, at various places, sample the products. And that's really still my favorite way of doing it. I love sampling products because if I wouldn't have sampled the products, I wouldn't have bought them.
Right.
I don't expect somebody to buy a program without sampling the products.
Right.
The
Very true.
nutritional club now, which you've gone to, people can come and try the products. And once they like it, they figure out what flavor, then they can buy a program to do it at home. But I started that in residential 2007. By 2009, I got my first shop. I was over there in Tulare in Maple. Small little 500 square foot place.
Okay.
Not the best area, I think. Little.
You know what?
sketchy.
Since I didn't know Fresno when I first moved here,
Okay.
I was just on survival mode.
Got
I
it.
was just out hustling, man.
Yeah. So
You
it sounds
know,
like
for
it's a
sure.
trench.
Yeah, and you know what? Everybody says the same thing. It was like it was not a good area, but when you're just doing things right, it doesn't matter where you are at.
They'll find
It
you.
really didn't matter. I was very successful in that area. I started it, and then from there I moved right in front of Roosevelt High School. I was there for 2 years.
Oh wow.
From there I bounced to the Tower District. I was
And
actually in the
before you
second
go on
floor.
real quick,
Yeah.
you said Roosevelt. So did you see a lot of high school kids? Oh well, Bullard. So
No,
not
not
up there.
not like I have here at Step Up.
Okay. got it.
Yeah, the market over there was, yes, it was completely different. There was a lot of housewives
Got it.
that came to the shop, and then I moved to the Tower District. I was there for about a year and a half, and then I moved over here to Bullard and Palm, where I'm currently at.
Wow. And you've grown like you've got quite a few people that branched
Yeah,
off of your tree, I guess. You're
yeah.
kinda
So
like,
now we have 11 what's called commercial shops here. We have one in Madera, one in Hanford. All together, my organization, I have over 40 of them. Sacramento,
Wow.
Santa Rosa, that's where I got started doing
Wow.
the business.
wow.
So
Pretty lucrative, huh? I can't be.
yes,
So there's
yes.
a lot of growth opportunities.
A lot of growth
within the company.
opportunities, yeah.
Okay.
But when my first, all my focus has always been, the nice thing about doing network marketing is that you can build a business, that'll pay you residual income, which will give you time freedom to do other stuff.
Sure.
Mhm.
And that's what I wanted.
Right.
Having a job didn't allow me to do that.
Right.
I had to be
Yeah.
somewhere from
Right.
That's why
nothing
you're
wrong with the
family.
job. I know people have jobs, stuff like that, but
Right.
it's just, it was not for me.
Yeah.
Not for everyone.
It's
but
not for everyone.
But
Neither's
jobs are for some
entrepreneurship,
people. Exactly.
Neither's entrepreneurship. I have a lot of people that come into this business and they think like, like it's just gonna happen. I'm like,
What's the best and worst part of the entrepreneurship?
best and
journey
worst
that you've
part.
been on?
Best part, that there's no limit of creation. Worst part, that it's on you.
Yeah.
It's on
Mm.
you. There's this phrase that says, if it's meant to be, it's up to me.
Oh man,
I like that.
I like that.
I like
Yeah,
that.
and
Still that.
it's I had a lot of growth. I had a lot of growth to do when I first came in. I was not a people person. I still don't consider myself to be a people person, but I had to learn the skills.
Sure.
I had to learn how to sell. I had to learn how to lead
Mhm.
people, because it's like, the thing about, I think, network marketing or entrepreneurship, nobody's an employee. I don't have employees.
Right.
I have people that I need to motivate
Mhm.
for them to do, what needs to get done.
Wow.
I can't reprimand people. I can't yell at people, even though I have. I'm not proud of that, but it's like,
Yeah.
You got to lead by example.
Yeah.
And for me, as far as staying fit or being on the products, that's never been an issue. I love it. It's easy for me to do, but it's like, learning to do the business and showing other people how to do the business. It's, it's time consuming. And you have to invest a lot of time into the development of individuals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is tough to do when you're actually running the store.
You're-
So now that you have
It's just
people under you, or not under you, but I mean,
Yeah,
other
my
people you
organization,
brought
yeah.
in your organization, frees up some of that time for you to go and
Yes,
be where you
yeah.
need to be.
So I mean, there's so many different ways of doing Herbalife. Like the whole nutritional club, what the how I met you.
Mhm.
That's just a one way of promoting it.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
right now, I was really focused on growing my what's called my English market business here in Fresno, which I currently have the largest organization here in Fresno on the English side.
Oh, nice.
But right now, like everybody. Now they're all grown up, I guess you can say. Everybody's doing very well. You met a lot of my distributors of other shops.
Yeah.
So right now, my focus for 2023 is to start all over, build a whole new team,
Oh, just keep going, huh?
keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
But I want to show people in this go around how to do this business part time without having a quote unquote nutritional club or a brick and mortar or an actual place. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
To do it how I did it when I first started,
Sure.
Out the trunk.
part time out of the trunk, and
Yes.
sampling people, and
Yeah.
because it still works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are out there looking, but
It's all relationship based.
you just got to figure out how to promote it. And the way you promote it is by getting excited about what it is that you're doing.
100%. Oh,
So-
that's some gin. That's heat right there, man.
Yeah.
We gotta get some sound effects soon, man. Put them in. 'Cause that's hot fire, man.
Flame-
Yeah, some
flame noises,
Yeah,
yeah.
we need to get that
To match our background there.
Yeah, yeah, we're still growing here too,
Yeah.
developing. But
This is very cool, by the way. So
oh,
Yeah, man.
man, we love it, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it,
yeah.
man. It's going and growing. We had some audio difficulties that Eric here helped us out with, man.
Yeah, he
He's
is the
doing a
man,
lot
yeah.
of okay. So on that, you do some seminars and stuff like that. You got something coming up where you'll be speaking, or?
So we do monthly seminars, what we call the success training seminars. So we invite basically the whole region kind of gets together, all the distributors, and we bring in a guest speaker, to train us and what they're doing, how they're doing it, for us to generate ideas. So we've been doing that. We do that on a monthly basis. Our next one's coming up in February. Right. There's one that I'm going to in Sacramento on the 28th. There's this gentleman that's coming in from Texas. That the system that I'm about to launch, actually he's already doing it. So I've been on a couple of Zoom calls with him, training wise. I'm excited to go to that. But the seminars is something that we do every month, just to expose people to the opportunity, right? And you get to see people, you get to see who's doing it, you get to for me, that's really what enticed me when I first started doing Herbalife. I went to a seminar and I saw, like I mentioned in the very beginning, I saw people that were extremely making really good money with hardly any skills. And I'm like, what the heck? Here I was busting my butt, with 2 college degrees and broke as a joke at that time. So
sure.
So,
Let's talk really quick. What type of mindset you think is needed to do your business, and the mindset you've had to stay consistent?
I think the mindset, you got to have desire. I think
a why, or
you got to have a desire. You got to have a reason. Obviously, I think that's one of the biggest things. Everybody wants to live well. Let's face it. Everybody wants to be rich, right? Everybody wants that lifestyle, but are you willing to do it? And it really just comes down to having a reason. My reason when I first started Herbalife was I was in debt. I wanted to pay off my student loans. Once that got out of the way, then I had to find another reason, and then I got married, and then I had to find another reason.
Before we knew that Mr. President Biden was going to put those in forbearance, the student loans, like delay those, not to pay, right?
Wouldn't that be nice? Right. But
so,
but it's like, you got to have a reason, you got to have a burning desire, and you got to have, and I was taught this in the very beginning, you have to have a willingness to work. Right.
For sure.
Some people, you ask people like, why do you want to do it? And they do have a reason, but they don't have a burning desire to make it a reality.
Right.
And I think one of the toughest things for me doing this business is the willingness. People don't want to work. Like they don't want to put in the time, it's like, oh, well, that's embarrassing. Oh, I don't want to do that. Right. It's like, heck, man, when I first started, I was passing out flyers. There was no social media. So it was like, it's like you had to go out and hand out business cards. You had to go out and talk to people. Did I like doing everything that I like to do? Heck no.
Right. And a lot of times the pay is not even a lot. I think a lot of people get caught up on how much something is paying or how much they're going to make initially when you're first starting, like, oh, that's too little. So but they don't understand
the long term.
The real key to success is to keep going forever.
And I think that's so much harder nowadays with with this new generation. Is like they just want things to it's like microwave society. They want things instant,
instant gratification.
Instant gratification,
and delaying anything. They want it right now.
I wish so do I, but
just had a thought. I just had a thought. Well, times have changed, obviously, and maybe part of that is contributed because of the way our economy, our world is now with technology. Like, think about it. Everything is quick, whatever we want online, boom, we just search it. Bam. So I think that mindset over time, we're just used to having things right away and without, we complain with the Wi-Fi is a millisecond slower than normal. We're having a fit. Like, oh man, this thing is, but so
call them up.
Patience is so key in this. You got to have that for sure, and just steady consistency with the right proper coaching.
I think after COVID, I think people really started reevaluate how they live and what they're going to do.
Right.
I think entrepreneurship, honestly, from the stats that I've been exposed to, it's on the rise, especially the new generation. They don't want a 9-to-5 job. They don't want to just have a job. They want to have the freedom to be able to do something else. So for the type of business that we're in, that we're always looking for, you guys are looking for agents. I call them distributors. Same thing. Right. People are open to an opportunity. It's just a matter of us just getting a chance to sit down with them or expose them to what it is that we're doing,
Yeah.
So,
And they just need to know it's a lot of work. People like entrepreneurship. It sounds great. You see all these, people with making a lot of money, being successful, but rarely do we see behind the scenes of the true entrepreneur, of the late nights, the long hours, the hard work, the grind, the nonstop, the resistance to any negativity. It's just a lot, walking through the fire.
Yeah.
To get to that,
and kind of touching on what he had said earlier too, even those days when they're not like that, they're not grinding. There's always something you can be doing in entrepreneurship. But then when you have that free time, you're struggling with getting up to do it. Like every day, every day. If you got downtime, do I relax or do I? Why do I have so much downtime? I should be working on something.
And that's where the schedule
and that's another thing that's tough. So when you're busy in entrepreneurship and building a business, building a brand, whatever you're doing, when you're busy, it's 24/7 because people want that business all the time. They want those products, the service, whatever it is. They want that all the time, And then when it dies down, when interest rates shoot up, the phone stops ringing as much. That doesn't mean I take a vacation, that you got to use that time. And that's where that's the difference, man. Like nobody's going to force you to do this stuff.
But you know what, on the same token, that's when the growth really happens.
Absolutely.
Because I always tell my team, man, when you're grinding and things are going well and money's coming in and business is coming in, you're really not too focused on what it is that you're learning.
Right.
You're not.
Yeah,
because like it's almost like you have your blinders on because you're just going, and if things are just happening,
you're in autopilot.
But when things get tough, when the struggle, when all of a sudden everything slows down, it's like it really forces you to look within, and it's like, okay, what skills now do I need to learn in order to get that thing going again, to get momentum going? I'm at that point right now. Right, I'm struggling, but I'm not struggling financially, but I'm struggling as far as productivity. It's like, what do I need to do? And it's like, this speaker came in and she recommended this book called Eat That Frog.
Eat That. I think you told me about that.
Yeah, so it's just just how to just not procrastinate and how to do what you're supposed to do. I'm reading that book right now. So it's like I'm trying to get back in production mode to be able to go again. And it's just the grind. It's a grind. I don't care if you have a job.
Yeah,
you're gonna grind anyway. You're gonna grind. So it's just a matter of like what it said. What's the reward that you're gonna get from out of it.
And ultimately, it's about doing what you love. At the end of the day, you can have a job and do a lot of work, but if you hate it too, if you just hate going there, you don't like going to the job, you don't like your boss, you don't like the stat, whatever, it's all work. So it's just a matter of what. If you have a passion in something, try to figure out how to turn that into an actual business.
And you know what? I mean,
you're going to work that much harder because you love what you're doing.
I think passion sometimes just gets overplayed because people like they always say, "Oh, I'm not passionate about that." I can't. I would be lying to you if I told you I'm passionate about Herbalife. I'm not.
Yeah.
Some of it I don't like.
Yeah.
I really don't. What I am passionate about is what it gives me.
There you go.
And I think that's one of the things that sometimes people just misunderstand. It's like, well, I'm not passionate about doing that job. Okay, great. But, if you're doing this, but what are you going to get out of it?
What's the outcome?
It's like, I always tell people all the time, I'm not an Herbalife fanatic. I use Herbalife to be able to have the lifestyle that I want to have.
Sure.
And it's been and it has provided that.
Sure.
Right. And it really has provided that. Do I like everything about it? No.
Right.
But it's compared to what it has given me and what it can provide and what the future holds. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what gets you up in the morning every day, just thinking about the end result and what it could provide for you and what it has done for you. So it's just something you gotta keep the focus.
Yeah,
motivation. Yes, sir. Any got any questions over there, man?
No, man. I gotta make it to that. So I gotta try some of the products.
Yeah.
Man. I've seen Herbalife. I know what Herbalife is, the company, but I've just never had any of the products. So
and a lot of people don't understand it until they try it.
For those listening again, in case they missed it, where are you located again?
So I am located on Palm and Bullard. It's called Step Up Nutrition. I'm in the the southwest corner.
Yep.
Yeah, Southwest
So you're
corner.
not far from where we're at right now.
No,
No,
right
down the street.
right
That-
down the street.
Yeah.
So
Right before I come here to
easy location to
Stop
get
there.
you in and out. So
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
we
it's a-
open from Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 9 to 2.
Gotcha. Nice,
So-
nice, man. Appreciate your time, man. How can they reach you? You know, like Facebook, social. Are you guys on?
So yeah, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. So if you look up Step Up Nutrition, you guys can find us, or you guys come on by. Mention that you guys saw this there. You guys can have a free combo, right? You can.
Oh, there you
try
go.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys heard that, right?
Try the shake and tea. Just name drop Richard or Mark here, or the
Oh, we appreciate
each speakers, and we'll definitely be more than glad to
That's
sample
awesome,
you
man.
guys out.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
That's
So-
amazing, guys.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go check them out. Bullard and Palm, Southwest corner, right there. Trust me, you will not regret it. Like the tea, they're all really good. If you like sweets, there's sweet flavored drinks and shakes. But again, it's healthy for you, so it's a great way to start your day. I believe.
Yeah, we got a new menu we're about to launch pretty soon.
Oh,
So yeah,
Oh,
we're excited about that.
Before we go, let's touch on this. There's way more than that. I mean, now there's churros. You guys,
Yeah, so
got
we do protein
waffles.
churros, we have waffles, protein coffee,
Man.
yeah, power oat, yeah, the like the acai bowls, right? But which is the shake, so they're very, very dense in nutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of stuff we're about to
Yeah.
launch. We've got a bunch of new shake combos that we're excited about. So we're gonna be-
Perfect for 2023 and everybody's
Right.
weight loss goals that I know they got right now.
It's-
Everyone's
it's-
got them right now. So let's.
It's like the 31 flavors of
Yes,
nutrition, right?
yeah,
30,
yeah.
because it's so many. It is a lot of different combinations.
We actually have 33 new
33 flavors.
drink flavors are about to launch. Man, it's funny you mentioned that. We did 33 because it's 11, 11, 11 on the poster, so it had to fit perfect.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a
so,
lot. So there's
yeah.
a lot of flavors to choose from, guys. I trust. Just try it out. You'll love it for
Yeah.
sure. It does wonders for your life. Yeah. Anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
That was good. That was a
Yeah.
good show. Yeah, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
good show.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks,
Sweet,
thanks for
sweet, sweet.
inviting me on.
I learned a
This is
lot.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We'll have to have you on again, man.
I'll be more than glad to come back.
Definitely. And next time we're gonna be having the product. Like I want to be drinking.
I
the
should have
product.
brought some. Yeah, it's just
We're gonna be doing a taste test when he comes back.
Next time.
cool.
thought we
Next
got-
time.
Yeah, of course. You're family here, man. Everyone who comes here to this show is family. We appreciate everyone. And if someone out there looking to maybe join us one time, contact us. We'd love to have you on. And man, this is a great show. The first show of the year, man. You're the first guest
Yeah, thank you
of the
guys.
year.
Very honored.
We got
Yeah.
the backdrop now. Yeah, we're kind of moving. We're doing some things, huh?
That's right.
We're
That's right.
stepping it up a little.
Always growing.
Always grow.
growing.
guys. Well, guess that's it, guys. Well, you guys take care. Appreciate it. Heat Speakers. Check out Step Up Nutrition.
Thank you for tuning in. See you
Bye-bye.
guys next time.